Hello and welcome to your quiz read aloud. So for this quiz or exam, you are welcome to listen, and I hope that you do listen to this read aloud. For the quiz, if we read the instructions, you may use your notebooks that you've been taking notes in. Canvas tracks a log of websites you visit when the quiz is open. If you have an electronic notebook, it will show me. It will also show me if you are getting on Google to Google the answers, which is not allowed. Be sure you are only using your notebooks as a reference and not Google sites, mostly because you will not find the answers on Google and it will result in a worse grade for you. So please do not use Google, use the notebooks as a reference. So we'll go ahead and get started. You're going to pause this video or replay the questions if you need them. You will most likely need to pause them before you answer the question. So question number 1. Some constellations are more prominent in the night sky of North Carolina in winter, while other constellations are more prominent in the night sky in the summer. Which best explains why this occurs? Because of stars revolving around Earth? Because of Earth revolving around the sun? Or because of Earth's rotational axis? Question number 2. Which best describes how energy from the sun helps to maintain life on Earth? Because it heats Earth's atmosphere and surface, which helps stabilize temperatures of Earth and create environments more favorable for life to exist. It is absorbed by Earth's mantle, which drives plate tectonics to form new land masses for organisms to live. Or it forms the ocean's water and the oxygen in the atmosphere that organisms need for life functions. Question number 3. What is most likely to occur when the sun, moon, and Earth are aligned in a relatively straight line? A decrease in global wind patterns, more earthquakes near the equator and fewer at the poles, or a larger than normal height difference between low tide and high tide? Question number 4. How does the energy produced by the sun travel to Earth? Is it by the process of conduction of heat between the sun and the Earth, or by radiation of electromagnetic waves through space? How does the energy produced by the sun travel to Earth? Question number 5, an important thing to note. You can mark these questions if you don't know and come back to them later. You can unmark them when you're done. Question number 5, the sun and other stars are powered by nuclear fission. Which of these statements correctly describes one of the processes that occurs during nuclear fusion in stars? 4 helium nuclei combine to become a hydrogen nucleus, releasing energy. Or 4 hydrogen nuclei combine to become a helium nucleus, releasing energy. Question number 6. A new planet is discovered orbiting a single star. The planet has 1 moon. According to Kepler's first law, what do scientists know about the orbit of the planet around the star? Is it that the planet orbits the star in the direction opposite of the direction of the moon's orbit of the planet? Or is it that the orbit is elliptical with the star as at one focus of the ellipse? Question number 7. What type of galaxy is the Milky Way? Is it irregular, elliptical, or spiral? Question number 7. What type of galaxy is the Milky Way? Question number 8. A direct alignment of bodies in the solar system can occur. This alignment causes what phenomenon at point X on Earth? Point X, Earth, Moon, Sun. Is it a lunar eclipse? Or is it a solar eclipse? Question number 9. The temperature zones of the United States experience changing of seasons from winter to summer. The temperate zones of the United States experience changing of seasons from winter to summer. Which is the reason for this annual change of seasons? Is it the rotation of the Earth on its axis? Is it the size and the orbit of the moon around the Earth? Or is it the tilt of the Earth's axis of rotation? Question number 10. In 2004, the Hubble Space Telescope captured images of distant star clusters containing about 1 million stars. These star clusters were most likely part of a black hole or a galaxy. Question number 11. The diagram shows the difference in sunlight reaching Earth at point 1 and 2. Based on the diagram, what is another difference between point 1 and 2? Here's point 1, here's point 2. Sunlight is coming from this direction. The diagram shows the difference in sunlight reaching Earth at point 1 and 2. Based on the diagram, what is another difference between point 1 and point 2? Tides will be higher at point 2 than at point 1, or the region at point 1 is experiencing summer while the region at point 2 is experiencing winter. Question number 12. Structures in the universe are grouped into large systems, each of which are made up of smaller systems. Which of the structures is the largest system, which Earth is only a small part? Is it Halley's Comet, or is it the Milky Way galaxy? The Milky Way galaxy. Earth travels in an elliptical orbit around the Sun. When Earth is at the point labeled on the diagram, it moves most quickly in its orbit. Which best explains the more rapid movement of the Earth? Is it Kepler's first law, or is it Kepler's third law? Is it Kepler's second law, is this choice, or is it Kepler's third law? Question 14. Earth travels at an elliptical orbit around the Sun. Which best explains this orbit, the Earth's orbit shape? Is it Kepler's third law, or Kepler's first law? Question 15. The moon goes through phases as it revolves around Earth. During which phase of the moon would it be possible for a solar eclipse to occur? During a waxing gibbous, or during a new moon? At the equator, Earth spins at a rate of 1,670 kilometers per hour. The circumference of the Earth at the equator is about 40,000 kilometers. About how long does it take Earth to make one complete rotation on its axis at the equator? Is it 365 days, or is it 24 hours? A tide is the periodic rise and fall of the surface of the ocean. Several factors combined can cause the tides. Which has the greatest effect on the height of the tide? The gravitational pull of the moon, or the tilt of the Earth on its axis? Question 18. India is in the northern hemisphere, and Australia is in the southern hemisphere. In June, it is summer in India and winter in Australia. Which is the main reason the seasons are opposite in the two countries? Because the sun rotates on its axis, because the distance between the countries, or because Earth is tilted on its axis? Question 19. The diagram shows the relationship of the Sun and Earth if Earth were at a 90-degree angle relative to its orbit. How would seasons on Earth differ in the alignment compared to the actual alignment? So compared to what we have right now, how would this be different? Specifically the seasons. Current seasons on Earth would not be affected, or no point on Earth would experience a change in seasons, or the entire planet would experience the same season at all times. Question 20. One theory states that by the year 114,000, the axis of the Earth will point towards the star Vega. This is due to the very slow wobble of the axis of the Earth. We call this phenomenon precession. Which change is most likely to occur because of the movement of the axis? Seasons will become more severe, or winter and summer months will reverse. Question number 21. The moon revolves around Earth once every 29.5 days. It takes the moon the same amount of time for it to complete one rotation. Because of this phenomenon, the same side of the moon always faces the Earth. True or false? Mars' axis tilt is 25.19 degrees. Earth's axis tilt is 23.5 degrees. What does this most likely indicate about Mars? Mars has more extreme seasonal changes than Earth, or Mars's years is shorter than Earth's year. Which movement of the Earth means the spinning of the Earth around the axis? Revolution or rotation? Which movement of the Earth means that the orbit of the Earth which movement of the Earth means the orbit of the Earth around the Sun? Revolution or rotation? Write the following words in order of smallest or largest: galaxy, planet, solar system, universe. Write the words in the text box in order of smallest to largest. Smallest to largest. Explain in your own words Kepler's 3 laws. These are specific to Ms. Backover's class and how she taught you the laws. Reminder, Google is not permitted for this test. You will receive a 0 if you use Google. Point breakdown. 3 points earned for explaining the laws as Ms. Backover taught you. 2 points earned for using correct spelling and grammar. Question 27. Compare and contrast fusion and fission. Again, use your notes, not Google, to help you answer these questions. You must tell me the definition of fusion and fission, the elements we typically see as reactants, starting material, 2 points for that, and the end product of fusion. We did not go over the end product of fission, so I do not expect you to know that. Using correct spelling and grammar will earn you 2 additional points. True or false, if a planet is at its alpha helium in its orbit around the Sun, it is going faster. True or false, if a planet is at its alpha helium in its orbit around the Sun, it is going faster. True or false, if a planet is at its perihelion in its orbit around the Sun, it is going faster. True or false? Okay, guys, that's the end of the test. I'm sure you did great. You tried your best. You listened to this. You took care of what you need to. Go back and answer any questions that you missed. If you have any questions, email me. Have a great day.